the loneliest phase is also the strongest. We tend to feel that being lonely or being alone is a bad thing, but in reality, it's probably one of the best ways to detach yourself and truly see what are you doing wrong with your life. What's going on, guys? My name is Soleil, back with another YouTube video, and today, as you read from the title of this video, being alone isn't bad at all. There's one thing being alone and there's one thing being lonely. We need to know how to distinguish both of them. Being alone is by choice. You want to be alone. You choose to be alone. Being lonely is something that life sometimes gives you, but you don't want to be that way. You feel lonely. You are lonely. But when you're alone, you put yourself in that position. But we need to see that that is an actual good thing. Being alone really gives us clarity. There's fewer people in our circle, and we really just have our own family, our mom, dad, parents, brothers and sisters, siblings, you name it. And we just overall continue to do what we need to do and give ourselves a reality check on what we need to fix. Now, what we need to fix can be anything. It doesn't have to be a specific thing. It can be many aspects of your life, and being alone is going to help you see them clearer and really give you that time to talk to yourself and give you that reflection check that you've been needing to give yourself for a long time. But don't get it mixed up with being lonely. Loneliness isn't good. Loneliness isn't by choice. Loneliness isn't something you need to keep for a long time, because you turn on antisocial, you turn bipolar, you get all these negative effects of being lonely that you would have never thought of. And when this happens, we tend to see and blame ourselves when we have the key to our problems. We have the key to being who we want to be. We are the key to the door. We can't be the door. We are the key. We're constructing the key. We're making it because a spare key left. We have to make our own. So when you think about being alone and being lonely, know how to distinguish both of them, because if you don't, I'm telling you guys, you're going to suffer in the long run. Me personally, I've always used to think I've been alone. I've never thought I was lonely. I don't know if because I grew up that way, but I always thought I've been alone. I've separated myself from the crowd. I separated myself from certain people or certain things and activities by choice because I wanted to. Now, was that a good thing at that time? Maybe not, but it was my choice. And being lonely is something that you categorize yourself on. It's something that is upon you. Something that is literally a tag on your name. It's on your forehead, and you need to know how you can change that. For example, if you're trying to be a social person and you're very antisocial, find ways to build your social skills. Find things, activities, skill sets, things that push your limits to become that person or that social person, for this example, that you want to be. You see, you just sitting down at your desk or sitting down talking to your parents isn't going to change that. You need to talk to new people, new faces, read new emotions, read new hand gestures, things of that nature that overall maximize your social compatibility every single day. If you don't do this, you're going to lose in the long run. I had to learn this because I wasn't a social person that much back in the day. I didn't like talking to people. In fact, I just wanted to talk to my parents and my brothers, and that's it. Forget about the world. But I had to learn that in the long run, it is not good for you. And I'm telling you by experience, not just for the sake of this video, but because I've been through it. And like I say for every single video, majority of the things that I talk in my videos or videos that I make are things that I've been through or I've experienced, and I try to express it to you guys and find ways to prevent such damage or such problems to your guys' life. Now, the things that I don't know, I also try to help in my certain experiences to try to formulate something according to your problem. Now, another thing we need to understand that being alone isn't forever. It's a certain phase in your life. You can call it a phase, you know? A lot of people say, oh, you have that emo phase, or you have that Y2K phase, or whatever the case may be, that phase, right? We have that alone phase. We have that I need time for myself phase. And we need to maximize that phase to the point that we're taking productivity out of it. We're taking good things out of it, good vitamins, good minerals. We need to maximize the juice of being alone, if that makes sense. Now, if you don't know how to start, see why you feel alone. See why, as you don't feel like you're maximizing your day's productivity every day. Answer yourself these questions. This is why being alone allows you to ask yourself these questions, because you have nothing to do. It's just you, your thoughts, and your responses. And you need to be real with yourself. Don't comfort your brain, or else your brain will never react. Be straightforward with your brain. Don't damage your brain by telling you negative thoughts, but be straightforward. There's two things. Don't be negative with your thoughts, and be straightforward. Once you start being negative with your thoughts are convinced. Your brain is convinced. Your subconsciousness is convinced that you have a negative side in which it pretends at first and then overall accustoms to what your brain is telling you. And that's something we need to avoid. Number 2, be real with yourself. Tell yourself the things as straightforward as possible. You don't have to cuss, you don't have to scream, you don't have to do nothing. Just say it in your brain, I have this and that. Boom, drop it straight there and then. You don't have to cuss, like I said, you don't have to cuss, you don't have to do none of that. Just say it as straightforward as possible. Don't use that and but this or because of that. No, B is this and it's that, period. Then from there be like, okay, now that I have identified such problem, what can I do to decrease it? Don't say stop it, because you can't stop it from one day to another. Say decrease. Decrease means you're lowering the problem. Once you get to that point where you feel confident, you're like around 50%. You'll know when you're around 50%. You'll know exactly when you're around 50%. Then tell yourself, how can I stop it? Because from there, you know that other 50% worked. So now how can you stop the other 50%? This is where you can say stop now. But if you say it from 100, what makes you think you're gonna stop it? No, this is why a lot of people stop doing what they do, because they want immediate results. But you having your alone time, it makes it a priority, and you're not telling everybody, you're not being so open-minded to everybody. To yourself you are. You're being social, but with yourself. Most importantly yourself, because you can learn a lot of new things by just being by yourself and being with yourself. But all in all, this video is pretty short, pretty straightforward, like I just said. I really hope you guys enjoyed. And remember, being alone and being lonely are two different things. Remember that. If you have to go back, it's okay, don't worry. It's a really simple process. Just understand it. If you have to write down notes, feel free. I really hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did, follow, subscribe, leave a comment down below and like the video. Join the Discord community. I created a Discord where I try to help people psychology, mentally, physically, economically, and spiritually. I'm gonna try to get a lot of people in the Discord, see if we can hop on calls, we can try to help each other out, and whatever we need to. The Discord will be truly exactly where I will be at 24/7, regardless when I go live, when I post videos. If you guys need help, any questions, I'll be in there. Finally pulled it out and it was about time. So if you guys can, definitely join the Discord. Check out my links, check out everything that I have in there. And I really hope you guys have an amazing day. God bless. Peace.